You can eat whatever you want. You can dress however you want. It's the best.
Tell me why, oh why it feels so right. It feels so right to be alone. Whether day or night, rain or shine, it feels so right to be alone.
Welcome back to Arlene is Alone, and this time I'm actually alone. Thought I would talk a little bit about my last trip, which was to Paris, and what it's like to travel on your own, because I do it all the time. I travel by myself a lot. I do enjoy big cities because you can kind of get lost in a big city by yourself. In other words, you don't feel awkward that you're alone because there's lots of people that are alone all around you on the streets and in the restaurants and out and about. So it's really easy to walk by yourself. Sometimes I have to admit, when I go to a city that I don't know, it can be a little bit like, what am I going to do, and where is safe to go, and what is going to be fun to do? But then I quickly, realize that that's why they have concierges at hotel, and that's why they have travel guides, and that's why they have lots of things that you can look at to figure out what you're going to do when you're in a new city. But in Paris, I've been there a lot, and I absolutely love that city. There's museums that you can go to. There's restaurants and cafes that you can sit at and just do people watching. And some of the best people watching is when you're by yourself, because I don't feel so judgmental. Because when you're with somebody else, you kind of tend to gossip about people, which that makes me feel guilty because I don't like to be that person. But when you're by yourself, you can have your own thoughts in your head without feeling too guilty. I mean, Paris is the city of love. And I got to tell you that everywhere you look in Paris, people are hugging, kissing, and doing things that they probably shouldn't be doing in the street. But they love kind of expressing emotion there. But put that aside, it's still really a great city to be by yourself in because you can do so many things. And so I would go to a cafe by myself and have a croissant in the morning and have a coffee, and I would go and do things like go to a museum by myself. So you don't have to be with somebody all the time in order to enjoy it. You can eat whatever you want. You can dress however you want. It's the best. It's okay to be cautious when you're traveling. That's totally fine, and you should be cautious when you're traveling. But don't let it stop you to the point where you can't enjoy your travel. So make sure that you know your surroundings, know where you are. Having my location services turned on makes my family feel better, and it makes me feel better knowing somebody knows where I am. One of the biggest lessons I continually don't learn is to not overpack. I always take too many clothes, always. I was watching a video the other day of a gal who was showing me how she could go away for 2 weeks in a carry-on, like to another country. And I'm thinking, I had 3 suitcases for this last trip I took, and nobody's going to see you twice in a row. Like, you're out there. You can wear the same clothes like every other day, and nobody's going to know. Like, don't overpack. One of the first trips that I ever did by myself was a trip that I took to Thailand, and other side of the world, and I was really nervous. I remember getting on that plane and sitting down in my seat, and I literally almost got off the plane. I was thinking, what the heck am I doing? I'm going to the other side of the world all by myself. But, a really nice person sat down beside me and started talking to me, and then I kind of forgot that I was going to get off the plane. And I got there, and I had the best trip ever. I went on a cycling tour. I kayaked up the Mekong River. I actually ate a lot of street food and enjoyed kind of the local communities that I saw. I hiked in Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai. I visited some communities in the remote villages that were really filled with beautiful people. And I did that by myself. And it was really one of the first times that I understood that it's not about feeling afraid to be alone. It's about you feeling confident that you can do these things on your own. What I learned in that trip is that I can do these things by myself, and I can have a great time, and I don't need to have somebody else alongside of me in order to enjoy what this world has to offer. So it was the first trip that I took by myself, where I was really by myself, and I haven't stopped since. I've been all over the world. Don't be afraid. Get yourself out there. You will absolutely. In fact, I'd love you in the comments to tell me about the trips you've taken on your own and what you've learned about yourself and the things that you've found yourself doing that you never thought you would ever do by yourself, and how much joy you found in that. It would be very interesting to hear other people's stories. Travel is good. It's fine to do it by yourself. Just get out there and do it.
Tell me why, oh why it feels so right. It feels so right.